Beats Planet.
What's happening, y'all? Let me know if y'all can hear me well. We tuned into this thing here. We got this fancy football draft. I do this every year. The goofy ass people I play with, they like to hear my thoughts and commentary. So I said I might as well get some live views while I'm doing this. So salute to y'all. I'm not gonna be looking at the chat box because I'm trying to focus, right? I ain't saying money's on the line here. I ain't saying all that or nothing, but this is a very serious ordeal here. So we're going to be setting up this goofy little stream. I got number 2. This is a PPR league. And I kind of want to get into my strategy, but I'm going to be real patient because I know that those suckers are listening. So we're going to be real patient. I'll talk about it as I go. I might do some prediction type stuff as they draft, but for the most part, we're going to keep this thing smooth and greasy, just like the Jell-O pudding. So, of course, I'm number 2, and cool, Saquon Barkley goes off the board first. I'm fine with that, okay? I'm cool with that. With me being number 2, I think Alvin's the best player in the draft, and I was hoping that Darius in front of me wouldn't take Alvin because I think Alvin got the best situation in terms of, first of all, he's in camp and he ain't holding out and he ain't trying to get money right now. So I got big faith in Alvin on that. So if it's Alvin versus Saquon versus McCaffrey, I think Alvin got the better quarterback. He probably got the better offensive situation. Alvin is a stud. We've seen him do it. We know Alvin's going to catch passes. His offensive line, have I talked about his offensive line? I don't know. His O-line compared to the other guys' O-line, I have faith in it, and we know Alvin's going to get all the opportunities and all that. So in my mind, Alvin probably, is the best guy to go at. So with Saquon going right before me going number 2, I feel really good about that. McCaffrey 3, D-Hop is 4. Let me get some of these other chat boxes here. This league that I'm doing right now, it's comprised of some gentlemen that I've been leaguing with for a while, but guys fall off, guys come back in. But for the most part, the core of the group, we pretty much play together and we learn together. So let me go ahead and hit this chat box button here. We play together and we learn together. So we've all improved over the years. Like they're solid fantasy football players, and I give them credit for that. However, there are some new guys in here, and I'm fully expecting. You know what I'm saying? I'm fully expecting for for somebody to do something goofy. So let's see who's gonna draft that quarterback too early, or who's gonna, I don't know, draft the offensive lineman or something in the 3rd round. Let's see what happens here. Let me go back here. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, Voch, I'm in the car with. Let me scoot this over. Voch, I'm in the car with my fam. Say what's up, please. My 7-year-old name is Ellie Marie. Ellie Marie, what's happening? Shouts out to y'all and the fam riding in the car that's listening. Shouts out to y'all. Hopefully y'all can get some fancy football advice if y'all have a family car ride. Now this is interesting about Say It. And you can take a look at the draft history on the right side here. Said don't care about ADP. He just kind of go get guys as he feel the need to. And he just kind of got Nick Chubb at 5. I don't have a problem with taking Nick Chubb at 5. But man, I like Michael Thomas a little bit more than Nick Chubb. I think, what's his face is gone. Nuke Hopkins is gone. So Nick Chubb at 5. I don't know if he just didn't want to leave it to chance that Nick Chubb wouldn't get back around to him, but Nick Chubb at 5. Man, Said kind of do what he want. Whatever, man. That's Said. Said has a ring in this thing. I think Said got a championship. Or he was real great one year and he lost it. No, Said don't have a ring yet. So yes, but Said is he's a perennial playoff guy. So shouts out to Said, man. Said can play, but Chubb at 5. That sucks. But since he got Chubb, clearly I want Chubb on my team at some point. You know what I mean? I absolutely wish Chubb would have gotten back around to me, but he's not going to be there. So that sucks. That sucks pretty bad, but hey, man, whatever. Whatever. We gonna do. We gonna. Hey, say it. Okay, cool. Let somebody top tier fall down to me. The big question is Zeke gonna get signed? Like, when is he going to? When is he gonna show up to show up to the team? When is he gonna get his money? So if we don't know when to take him in real life, like we don't know when to draft him in fantasy football, and nobody wants to happen to what happened to Said last year with the whole Le'Veon Bell situation. Said drafted Le'Veon Bell and he thought, oh, Bell will be back in week 8, and Bell never came back. So what you got to ask yourself is the risk worth it? Is the risk to take Zeke worth it? Said text me to say I have won this league. Well, shit, my bad. Said shit, my bad. I just my bad. I just know I got to win in this league. I know Darius got to win or got a ring, a championship win. I got a ring. Darius got a ring, and I didn't. I'm sorry, said I don't keep up with the championship games once I've been eliminated. So it is what it is. There, Zeke sitting on the board, man. I don't know if I'm gonna take him. I might go one of these other guys because, like I said, I don't really trust. I don't really trust the whole contract deal, man. So I don't know if I'm gonna take Zeke, but we're gonna see. Whoever this is, a number 18, they got their auto draft on. So if they don't click in and participate, then they may be the ones that's getting Zeke automatically because they picking in front of everybody else. And who knows, man? Somebody may take a chance on Zeke and get them on their team. So I don't know. It is what it is. And this is a chat box full of Cowboy fans. I'm assuming chat box. If you're a Cowboy fans, let me know because I normally got a big Cowboy audience. This could be somebody in my draft audience or whatever. But boy, these Cowboy fans in my chat box may lose their mind if somebody don't take Zeke pretty soon. And what I'm assuming, because I'm seeing these guys they taking a while to make their picks. I think they thinking about it. I think they thinking about it. Who is this? That's Ricky on the board right now, and I know Ricky want to take his time. Ricky probably just want to troll this thing out and just take his whole time. He know who he want, either that or he's debating over who to take. But I don't know. We'll see. Who did he take? He took Juju. He took Jujitsu Smith over Michael Thomas. Hey. Benny's one of the new guys in the group. He took Travis Kelsey at 13. That's kind of interesting as well. He's man, if you want to get in on that Kansas City pot, you just want to take all the players from Kansas City and just kind of work like that, man. I can't hate on you for doing that, man. I'm not mad at you. Michael Thomas just came off the board. Now Said's on the board. Said don't care about ADP, man. So who is Said gonna reach and put on his team now? I'm willing to bet you 20 to a donut that Nick Chubb would probably be on the board still right now. I'm willing to bet $20 to a donut. Said took Nick Chubb at 5. I bet Chubb would have still been there on the board right now at what is this 14? 16 at 16. I've done plenty mock drafts and it's been mocks where I get Nick Chubb coming back around to me where I'm drafting at 19. Just interesting. He took him so early. I'm very much so not a fan of it, but whatever. We'll see what happens. But he's on the clock right now, and let's see if he's having one of those conversations. I know. You know what? Said probably won't draft Zeke because he got hit with the Le'Veon Bell situation last year. He got hit with that Le'Veon cancer. So I don't think he'll go that route. Said took Odell Beckham. I'm with that. I ain't got no problem with that. Somebody here. You know what? When I see people auto drafting this early in the draft, I'm thinking they're at work and they just can't be on their phone like that. I'm thinking they just at work and they can't be on their phone. But fam, come on now. This is a money league. This ain't one of them mocks that you've been doing. This ain't one of them for fun joints. You tune in and run this for the cardio, bro. I got a name on the board that I'm looking at, and I purposely put my draft queue out of vision of the live stream here. But I got a name that I'm looking at that's very interesting, and we're gonna see what happens on my come around pick. Not my first around pick, but my come around pick. We're gonna see what happens on my come around pick and see what happens. I see somebody saying Chubb would have been gone. I feel you, but if Chubb would have been gone, somebody else would have been there. That's my rule on that. You can feel free to take Chubb if you want to, but somebody's gonna fall. That's just the nature of the beast. That's just how the draft works. So this is interesting here. Who just got taken? Damian Williams. I Sean, old solo dolo. I Tobias took Pat Mahomes. I had a feeling, man. I had a feeling. Hey, man, let me go ahead and tell y'all boys something, man. I got a stud on my team already, which is young Alvin. I'm taking Zeke, goddammit. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that little card real quick and take Zeke. Let me tell you why. Because I got a stud on my team, which is Alvin Kamara. I'm good there. Everybody else can complement that. Okay? And if Zeke come back early, y'all asses in trouble. Y'all asses is in trouble. Y'all in trouble. Now, if Zeke was my main source of income, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it if Zeke, what you got to say? I see your face crunching up over there. What you got to say? You goddamn right. If Zeke was my main source of income, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. But I got faith he'll be back at some point, even if his ass sitting out the week 4. I got plenty running backs on my bench to figure that out. Boy, if Zeke come back, y'all asses in trouble. Anyway, you damn right it's worth the risk. I can't take Zeke early in the draft. I can't do it early. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and take Alvin. I can't take Zeke. It's too much risk with that. I'm going to take him now. Damn it. Also, if Zeke didn't have like the whole is he going to show up thing looming around him, if he didn't have that thing going on, I'd have took Zeke first overall. Because just for those same factors that I was talking about earlier, opportunity, if you know Zeke has led the league in rushing every time he's played for real, besides that 1 year where, Goodell kind of got him out the paint or whatever. And the thing about it that people ain't really talking about, Zeke got 70 catches last year. And this a 4-point PPR league. You know what I'm saying? So give me that. Give me all that. What's your face crunched up for? What you thinking about? She over there acting funny. It is what it is, though. We're going to run it, though. Let's see who's on the board right now. Who was taken directly after Zeke? Darius got Mike Evans and Devonta Freeman. I'm on the board. I'm going to pick Adam Thielen right here. I'm a huge Adam Thielen fan. I think he's a wide receiver number 1. I think in terms of top tier wide receiver guys, I think Adam is falling down boards a little bit too much. You know what I mean? His ADP, well, his rank, pardon me, his rank, like they got him ranked in the 20s or so. I think he should be up there with with the not with the Beckhams in them, not with the Adams and the Nuke Hopkinses, but right down there with the Mike Evans, right down there with that Antonio Brown tier of guys or whatever. Man, we know Adam Thielen gonna get his catches, man. Come on, man. We know Thielen gonna get his catches. We know Kirk Cousins trust Thielen. And having Diggs on the other side last year didn't take away from Thielen getting the football or whatever. So we're gonna see. So we're gonna see what happens, man. But I feel good about feeling there. Now, the situation that I was in, I kind of don't even want to talk about it because my man just sitting on the board right there, and I don't even want to talk about it. But if Zeke wasn't available, I was definitely gonna go running back there. I was gonna go running back regardless. But damn, dog, Zeke was sitting there at, what was I picking at? Like 19? Zeke sitting there at 19 is pretty insane. What you think? Nene, what you think? What you think? All right, whatever. Zeke sitting there at 19 is insane. And I couldn't pass it up, man. I couldn't pass it up, man. So I got him off the board, man. So now what I got to do, my job is I got to reinforce my roster with some backup plan, okay? I got my first receiver. I feel good about that. So now what I got to do is I got to make sure I get a running back the next time around. Let me tell y'all something, man. let me just break something down to y'all, man. Let let me draft Melvin Gordon real fast and Melvin Gordon go to the Texans or something. Y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble. Oh God. I'm not gonna get Melvin Gordon up. That's not in the cards, but it would be fantastic in terms of low risk, high reward type deals. If Melvin just goes to a good team, like if he goes to I don't know, like go to Tampa Bay or something. I don't know, who cares? If he goes to Tampa Bay and then Zeke comes back and I got those three guys, that'll be a fantastic little go at it. But I don't foresee Melvin Gordon being on my team because Melvin seems to be a little more dug in than Zeke is. Pale Moon says, "How goes the draft so far?" Well, I got Kamara with two. He was one of my top options in terms of top five guys, and Zeke just moseyed all the way down to 19, and I could not resist. I could not resist. Let me take a sip of Happy Juice. Chat box, if y'all know what Happy Juice is, just go ahead and say so right now, real fast, as I sip my Happy Juice. Give me 30 seconds. Hold on. Mm, 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 mm. Joe Sandberg says, "Voch, the Texans might call you because they're in need of a GM." I agree, man. Look, this my whole thing about the Houston Texans, man. Why we just wait on this for a minute? My whole thing about the Texans. First of all, time out just in terms of this right here. Joe Mixon was my guy. I'm still a fan of Joe Mixon, and if I wasn't able to get Zeke, I was gonna find a way to incorporate Joe Mixon in there somehow. But Joe Mixon went to Rick, and I feel good about Joe Mixon. So, uh, shouts out to whoever took just was that Rick? I don't know. Whoever just took Joe Mixon, shouts out to them. But um, man, my goodness, bro. Like the whole I don't like the trade for both sides. First of all, if you the Texans, you just can't give up everything. You can't give up your whole livelihood. You just can't give up your entire life for Laramie Tunsil. And I love Laramie Tunsil. I love Laramie Tunsil so much that if I'm the Dolphins, I'm not trading Laramie Tunsil. I know it's hard to find good offensive linemen in this league. I mean, they're pretty rare. Like I like my steaks, but damn, dog, both sides are just questionable, man. Like if I'm the Dolphins and you're gonna tank and end up with Tua or tank the next year, get Jerry Jeudy this year, tank and get Trevor Lawrence next year, you would like to have a franchise left tackle on that damn team by the time this thing comes back around. So I don't know, man. Both sides just kind of weird to me, but I'm not a fan. What'd you say? Let me see. Let me come back and see what's going on. Law Nation in the chat. What's good, man? We might as well send the Texans taco in the fifth round pick for JJ Watt. Law. I know you're trolling, Law. Listen, man. I know that's what Cowboy fans be like, man. Can we trade Jordan Lewis and Taco for 2 first round picks and a running back? That's what they say, man. But you funny. Anyway, let's see. Benny took Fournette. I ain't trusting nobody to get hurt like that. Elijah took Robert Woods. I'm surprised he hasn't taken like a Saint or something. Whoever the hell playing. Oh goodness, whoever the hell playing for the Saints here. So let me just break this down for a second. First of all, I'm kind of pissed off that Cooper Kupp came off the board. I'm also double pissed off that Robert Woods came off the board before Cooper Kupp because I was gonna get one of those two guys. I was gonna have the wide receiver roll out. I was gonna do Thielen and Cup, but can't do that, can we? Because Cup came smooth off the board, so that kind of sucks. And my backup plan for Cooper Kupp, if he's not there, is to get Robert Woods so I can get a piece of that Rams receiving core. But I'm kind of stuck a little bit. So okay, that move didn't work out. Let's take a look at me options there and see what we can come up with. Let's see who's at the top of the board there. Said took Chris Carson. I know that's one of his guys. I drafted with Said yesterday, pardon me. I drafted with Said yesterday, and he's a fan of Chris Carson. So shouts out to you. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 picks before I get back on the board. So I need to pick more. I need to pick 4 guys that I'm cool with taking right now. And I need to I don't want to say that just yet. I'm going to hang tight. But I see tight ends. Should I get Zach Ertz right now? I'm not going to get Zach Ertz right now because I need a little more. Oh, okay, my man's right there. So if these next two guys don't pick my man's right there, I'm picking my man's right there. I'm gonna kick y'all ass if it work out. Hold up, time out. Let me see. Wait a minute, time out. Let me see. Let me see what he hates me is gonna do. Let me see what he hates me is. He hates me and use business. I think these are the two new guys. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Let's see who goes next. I'm calling your bluff. Oh, pardon me. Charles went Carson and said went Godwin. So why is my shit lagging like that? Why is my I don't know. Whatever. Cool. They off the board. But I got one guy that's in my little queue right now that nobody can see. I got one guy that I plan on taking right here, and said know exactly who I'm looking at. He ain't on the board, so I can do this. But if the next two guys don't pick him, I'm picking him. And I think he's better than everybody on the board right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's better than all the guys at this position on the board right now. Brandon Cooks just came off the cool. I don't like Brandon Cooks. I don't like wide receivers like Brandon Cooks, like him, Deshaun Jackson. You know, those guys that can get you like 30 points in a game, but every other week they get you like 5. I'm not a fan of those guys, man. So, you know, I'm cool with not taking Brandon Cooks right there. And it's PPR, so I'm leaning more towards guys that's gonna get more catches, like Thielen, if that's the case. And Zach Ertz just came off the board. Cool. I'll take that. I need running back help. David Montgomery is gonna be my flex guy. God damn it. Boy, if Zeke come back, y'all ass in trouble. Boy, if Zeke come back, y'all ass in trouble. Everybody catching passes on my squad. Everybody catching passes on my squad. Hell wrong with y'all boys, man. How you like my draft so far? You ain't got to say nothing. Just nod yes or no. I like it too. I like it too. Say something else. Anyway, let me take a look in this chat box. I know they're in the chat box talking. Let's see. And you know what? Darius is a Bears fan. Speaking of which, I forgot. Soft ass little boy. Darius is a Bears fan. And he knows about David Montgomery. Well, I'm draft guy. And I also know about David Montgomery. Boy, if you don't get up out of here with your goof ass, what's wrong with you, man? Come on, man. What are you talking about? Adam Schefter says, Chargers GM Tom Telesco says a conference call. Wait a minute. On a conference call today, that any contract extension will be postponed to after the season. All right, y'all, don't get Melvin Gordon. Hey, y'all, don't get Melvin Gordon. Get away from Melvin Gordon. Stay away from Melvin Gordon. Oh boy, he says ain't gonna be no contract talk till after the season. That don't sound like Melvin's being traded somewhere. Oh goodness. All right, Rick, appreciate that. Appreciate for posting that, man. Appreciate for posting that, boy. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna get Melvin Gordon like incredibly early because it was gonna be like I didn't have plans for Melvin Gordon because it was too risky. It was too risky to get him. Time out, let me focus on this real fast. Who's available? I like Amari Cooper sitting at the top of the board. I don't want to go too Dallas heavy though, but because I got Zeke, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Diggs is there, but I don't want to go too Viking heavy. You know what I mean? I like to spread things around. I expect T.Y. Hilton to be around to the 19th round. I do need receiver. I got 3 backs. I'm pretty far down. I think those guys are going to be there. So, hey, man, I think the move is to go Amari Cooper, honestly. I like him. Will I try to make another wide receiver move later on in the game? I'm not super good duper happy at this point, but hey, man, Cooper could work out for me, man. Amari Cooper could work out. He's the number 1 receiver. Dallas got a new offensive coordinator, and I promise this ain't Dallas stuff. I promise this ain't Voch Cowboy fan bias. I promise this ain't that. It's just that it was Cooper or it was Diggs. I just kind of like Cooper a little better than Diggs. Melvin Gordon is there. I don't like Marlon Mack at all. Now, if Andrew Luck was playing, I would have gotten T.Y. Hilton over Cooper. But I think if Luck was playing, T.Y. Hilton wouldn't be there. Tyler Lockett is another one of those Brandon Cooks, Deshaun Jackson guys that, you know, big catch, 30 points in this game. disappears elsewhere. I like Derrick Henry, but it's PPR. Plus, I'm kind of good at running back. Who else is here? DJ Moore is interesting. I might still have a shot at DJ Moore. I don't know. We'll see what happens when this thing goes all the way around one time. I had another option at receiver. I had two other options at receiver, but looking at the board, just kind of figuring out how things could possibly play out, I think that guy will be here by the time I get back. So I'm just gonna hang tight. I'm gonna hang tight and wait and let this thing come back around. But when this thing gets back to me, I got a running back in mind. I got 3 running backs in mind that I could take. One's a sleeper. And at this point, I'm good with sleepers because I got my 3 running backs and I got two receivers that I really like. So, I'm just gonna hang tight or whatever. I don't want to give up, too much, but I'll just be talking my way through this. Tobias took Marlon Mack. I'm about to laugh at you, my guy. What you doing taking Marlon Mack? What are you doing? What? He must be on auto draft. What's he taking Marlon Mack for? I don't get it. That's kind of weird to me. But hey, man, if you want to give up free monies, if you want to just pay your little application fee and draft Marlon Mack, and he took Pat Mahomes first. So right now you got Pat Mahomes, Marlon Mack, and somebody else. Hey, but hey, that's what you want to do, man. I wouldn't have done it. BD Gray in the chat box says, when do you see Gallup getting drafted? I'm not drafting Michael Gallup. I just don't see enough upside for him in terms of fantasy football. Michael Gallup is a good real life football player, but in terms of fantasy football, I'm trying to get as many catches as I can, as many yards as I can, as much touchdowns as I can. I think Gallup will be good for the Cowboys, but for fantasy, I think there's a couple other guys I'd rather go before Gallup. So I'm gonna take a sip of the happy juice there. Let me scroll this thing over. Well, website. This is the NFL app. I got drafts in three damn apps because people just can't have consensus nowadays. I didn't even know that the sleeper app was a thing, but I got a league in the sleeper app nowadays too. So we're gonna try that old goofy ass shit out, and we'll go from there. Let's see. Charles finally took Diggs. Took Watson. I feel you on Watson. If you wanna go ahead and make your deal at quarterback, go ahead and do it. Ricky is taking Aaron Rodgers. So the big name quarterbacks is up out of here. The big name quarterbacks are up out of here. Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and Deshaun Watson. So now everything just kind of goes into, when do you want to take a quarterback in some other tier. And hey, man, if y'all want to take another tier quarterback in this round, hey, man, if you want to get in before everybody else starts to, make the little run on them, do your thing, man. But, we'll see what happens. Voch, you're winning this league. Those top 2 backs are going to be a problem. My third back is going to be a problem. David Montgomery's my flex guy. Come on, man. Come on, my guy. Elijah just took Drew Brees. He's our resident Saints fan, so that makes sense. That makes sense there. Even though he missed out on his other Saints guys or whatnot. Benny took Tyler Lockett. Like I said, man, in whole point PPR, I'm not a fan of these big play guys. So you could take them. Elijah took Saints tight end Jared Cook. We knew that the Elijah Saints run was going to happen. We just didn't know which players it was going to happen with. Does Willie Snead still play with the Saints? Come on, man. Let me see what tight ends on the board right now. Let me see. What tight ends on the board? Let me click this thing. OJ Howard on the board, Hunter Henry on the board, but my man Elijah went with Jared Cook. Hey, man, I ain't mad at you, man. I got nothing but love for you. Do your thing, boy. FTW, whoever that is, that's for the win in internet meme land. But however, I don't know exactly who that is, but I don't know. Let me go to the actual chat box that my guys are in. Let's see what they talking about. I got cussed out pretty smooth, man. I got cussed out pretty bad. Yo, Rick, James White, I like that pick, man. Because the one thing that seems consistent with the Patriots running back is, first of all, nothing's consistent about the Patriots running back. But if anything, James White catch all the passes. Or at least he catches most of them. Bolden can catch some passes. Sony is a pass catcher, sure. I know Damian Harris exists. Burkhead is there, but if you're gonna get a Patriots running back in PPR to catch the ball at some point, then it's gonna be James White. So yeah, good job there. Benny took Mike Williams. Shouts out to Mike Williams. I know Said wanted Mike Williams, and Said was willing to go up a couple places higher to get him. But hey man, if he ain't there, he ain't there. Let me take a look at my board now. Melvin Gordon just sitting at the top of that thing, which is fun, which is interesting. But hey, you know, I listen, man. I think everybody is gonna be in the Melvin Gordon market. It'll be foolish to not be in the Melvin Gordon market. For one, we don't know what's gonna happen. You know, it's just that you just can't use your premium picks to be in the Melvin Gordon market. It's kind of like if you're in the regular NFL draft, you got a player with character concerns. This is a fantasy football character concern. So do you take Melvin Gordon in your top 30 or so picks? Nah, not in the top 30, no. But if you looking at Melvin like in the 10th, 11th, 12th round or whatever, I think it's worth holding on to him and just sitting him down just in case something happens. So, you just never know. You never know what may happen with Melvin. So, I don't think it's any secret in terms of strategy that I'm looking at Melvin Gordon, but I think everybody should be looking at Melvin Gordon. The catalyst, not the catalyst, but the variable is going to be what round are we going to go for him. Charles got LaShawn McCoy at 55. We don't know how the McCoy, Damian Williams backfield is going to work, but hey, if you want Sean McCoy, go do your thing. Said took Devin Singletary, in which I like. I'll tell you what, it's strange. McCoy couldn't beat Devin Singletary at his job in Buffalo. LaShawn couldn't beat out Devin Singletary in Buffalo. And McCoy got taken over Singletary. I like the Singletary pick a little better than the McCoy pick. And if y'all been keeping up with the draft people, or if you've been keeping up with your fantasy football people, you would know that Devin Singletary is going to be, pretty solid. I actually got a Devin Singletary video on my channel breaking them down. Y'all can go check that out if you like. Shady Junior, Shady 2.0. Devin Singletary kind of plays like that. So. Say it got him. We'll see what happens with it. But okay, now it's time for me to make my assessments. And is my guy still there? Hey, my guy's still there. I feel good about my guy being there. So we'll see what happens after this pick. We'll see. First of all, Austin Eckler just got drafted. I'm sick because I really wanted Austin Eckler to be on my team. However, hey man, I'm solid with my first few running backs. I got Amari Cooper as my second receiver. I'm not in the greatest the greatest of confidences in terms of Amari Cooper with me because I got so many Cowboys on my team already. But I feel really good about Calvin Ridley in year 2. I'm always a fan of, you find the best offenses, then you find the pieces in that offense and you just go and get those guys. I'm really a fan of that. I'm really a big fan of that. So I think the Falcons offense is pretty damn good. I think they're going to be even better this year. They're going to turn things around, and wide receivers usually end up a little bit better in their sophomore turn. So we're going to get that thing moving. Hey, yo, Say, let me ask you a question, man. If this thing got back around to you and OJ Howard wasn't there, what would you say? How would you feel, Said? Because me and Said drafted yesterday. And did I just speak this? Wait a minute, time out. Let me just see something. Because me and Said was talking about it. We was talking about tight ends or whatever. And I think all the Tampa Bay guys are gone. Godwin is gone. Evans is gone. So I think I can say this or whatever. Do you want a piece of the Tampa Bay offense or whatever, right? And me and Said was in a draft yesterday, and I was looking at getting OJ Howard because I like OJ Howard. Even in Alabama, I was a big fan of him. But that draft that we did yesterday was a different set of rules than we did today. I'm a big fan, but Said ended up getting OJ first. I just want to kind of reciprocate, man. I just want to get OJ Howard up off of Said before he get him. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a good time to go get tight ends. Some people want to wait to like the 12th or so round to get tight ends. Well, I think OJ is a good tight end to get around the 6th or the 7th round. I think Hunter Henry is a good guy to go get around the 6th or the 7th round. You know what I'm saying? There's that first set of guys that are super top tier elite. Then there's the OJ Howard, Hunter Henry class, and then kind of everybody else. Those are the guys that you can just kind of stream tight ends. Those are the guys that you can just kind of get late. But what I really like about what I really like about OJ Howard is that I think first of all, Bruce Arians is going to get a lot of targets towards OJ, but the Tampa Bay offensive line is pretty terrible. The Tampa Bay offensive line is pretty trash, man. So I don't think it's going to be a lot of time to do a bunch of super vertical stuff. I see a lot of dumping off to the tight ends and checking down to the running backs, especially in Bruce Arians' offense where he goes to tight ends and running backs a bunch. And with it being PPR, I think OJ is going to get a bunch of catches. So, and he can block really well. So I don't really foresee OJ coming off the field. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get OJ Howard. And my man said, just text me and said, LOL, I did want him. So that was good. That was good, and it was on time. I just, me and said think very similarly, man. We come from the same cloth of football fan. We generally like the same guys. So me and said gotta get into a wrestling match of who the hell is gonna take who first. Like who's gonna reach and take their guy over their guy. Said told me that, yo, Voch, I got 5 guys I can't leave this draft without. And I also got 5 guys that I couldn't leave without. Do I want to disclose that yet? Sure. Adam Thielen was one of them. In every single draft that I've been in, I got Thielen. I didn't want to leave without Thielen. And David Montgomery. I didn't want to leave this draft or any draft without David Montgomery. So I got some of my guys. I didn't want to leave without Austin Eckler, but Eckler's gotten. But I feel good about my running back situation, having Kamara, Zeke, and what's his face Jenkins, David Montgomery. Now, what's gonna happen with the whole Zeke? Oh, Voch, you got Zeke. What if Zeke is suspended? Cool. Then I'll move David Montgomery that I like a bunch. I'll move him to my second running back spot. I will bench Zeke, and my flex guy will be Calvin Ridley and Amari Cooper. That's still a lineup I feel really good about. So we got plans, man. The work is done. The work is done at this point. We just got to line up, draft, and execute. You know what I mean? Some of the cats in the chat box like, yo, I'm going to get one more mock draft in before I get... No! The work is done. Set your board and run it for the cardio, bro. Let me take another sip of Happy Juice. How many people I got watching live? 135? I'll take that. I'll take that for a last minute draft that I didn't promote at all, that we just gonna line up and live stream. I mean, a last minute live stream that we didn't promote. It's really not the news y'all want to hear about. The news y'all want to hear about is the Cowboy final roster going into week 1. Then you want the going into week 1 talks. But I'm trying to set up a roundtable for that, so y'all hang tight. Please, y'all hang tight for that, and we'll see what happens there. I'm waiting on some emails this week, and if I get those emails that I'm looking for, then y'all will get a Dallas Cowboy roundtable going into week 1. And we'll talk about prediction stuff for week 1, playing the Giants, kicking their ass, and some of the shockers, some of the people that got cut, the people that's on practice squad. So we'll see. But for now, we mock drafting. Said took Josh Gordon. I think that's interesting. Tobias took King and Drake. Hey, man, do your thing. Sean took T.Y. Hilton. Hey, man, I don't mind that. Because at some point, you got to stop being crazy. You got to stop being crazy. You got to get T.Y. Hilton. Because even if Andrew Luck ain't playing, T.Y. Hilton is still better than some scrub. It's still 1 point PPR, and you can still just get the ball to T.Y. on easy stuff. He may not be like a top 5 guy in a number 1 ranked in yardage like he was last year before, whenever that was, but he's still better than a lot of the wide receivers that that are being picked before him. So don't panic, man. Don't overreact just because T.Y. is on the board, man. Because he's on the board and Andrew Luck he's not existing or whatever. But I ain't telling you, man. Stay strong. Stay strong. It is the 7th round going into the 8th round. By the time it's my pick, it'll be the 8th round. So sure. I got some bench spots I need to fill up. Calvin Ridley's the first player on my bench. In case y'all just now tuning in, I took Alvin Kamara first, then I took Zeke because he was sitting there at 19. I think that's a killer move for me, killer value. Adam Thielen at 22 in the third round. Then I took Amari Cooper because all my other favorite receivers were gone. Oh yes, and I took David Montgomery in the fourth because I'm a big fan of him. I took Calvin Ridley a little bit after I took Amari Cooper, and OJ Howard was my most recent pick because I'm a fan of OJ Howard, and I think he's worth getting at tight end at this point. At this point in the draft, like in the 7th round, 8th round, or whatever. I know a lot of people tell you to wait late to get a tight end, wait late to get a quarterback. I'm more so on and this coming from a guy that have won fantasy football championships, man. Like ADP is cool and listen to the experts and all that shit. But man, look, get who you like, man. Get who you like. Go get your guys. That's what they tell people in the regular draft circles, man. Hey, man, look, if that's your guy, take him. You know, I probably took David Montgomery a little early, but hey, look, in my mind, he wasn't going to be there. If it would have came back around, David Montgomery, he wasn't going to be there. So, oh, shit, my bad. He wasn't going to be there. So, hey, man, just kind of do what you got to do, man. Do your research. Get the guys you like and just run it. Run it for the cardio. Let me hop in the chat box. They talking about Frank Gore. Who got Frank Gore? Frank. Oh, well, Ricky say Frank Gore is just, okay. He's talking about Buffalo. Man, look, you can think Frank Gore starting in Buffalo. That's Devin Singletary team now, man. And I know this because Shady McCoy is gone. And Frank Gore is 40 years old or whatever. And you know, it's amazing to see him still, you know what I'm saying, trucking at his age or whatever. But that's Devin Singletary's team, man. That's Devin Singletary's team. So we're not gonna get too far into that. But hey, man, we'll see. Let's see where we at. We're in the 8th round. I come up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks. So look, man, if I come up in 6 picks, I need to pick 7 guys I like right now. One of their ass gonna be there. And at this point in my strategy, bro, I'm just trying to fill up my bench at some point. Let me look at the quarterbacks and see who's left over because at some point I got to get a quarterback. Russell's there, Matt Ryan, Cam Newton, Jared Goff, Phillip Rivers, Kyler Murray. I'm not a fan of Kyler Murray this year. I'm just not a fan of Kyler this year. Like Dak, Lamar Jackson. Yeah, it's guys that can play, man. So I'm definitely not getting a quarterback in the 8th round, man. I'm definitely not gonna get a quarterback in the 8th round. I think I can afford to just kind of wait around a little bit and see what happens. See what happens. Wait around and let's see. Plus, there's a lot of guys that's on the board that can really play right now. So no quarterback in the 8th round. That means I need to get another depth guy. I need to get some wide receiver in here. I need to get some running back up in here just to kind of pad my stats a little bit more. So let's see what's going on here. I kind of want to do something wild in the 9th round, man. And this may not be the smartest thing to do, man, but it's something that needs to be done, and I'll be sick if I don't do it. I'm going to get one of my guys in the 9th round. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks that could possibly take me off my stride, so we'll see. I'm looking at that name right now. So let's see what's gonna happen. Shoot your shot, fellas. See what y'all got up in here. 1, 2, 3. So I need to pick 4 guys that I like. Man, look, I kind of like Phillip Lindsay right here. I like Tyler Boyd. I know a lot of people talk shit about Tyler Boyd, but Tyler Boyd gets his catches. Tyler Boyd gets the job done. And Eric Ebron just came off the board. That's interesting. Whatever. I like DJ Moore. Alshon is cool. I think Robbie Anderson is really good. I really like Robbie Anderson. But we'll cross that road whenever we get there or whatever. But yeah, man. So I mean, yeah, I'm putting my comments out there. I'm saying who I like and they can hear who I like. But if it's 3 guys in front of me and I got 4 guys on the board that I like, then I mean, cool, whatever. This is what's funny. use a business. He keeps going off into his auto draft. What's gonna be real funny is if he goes auto draft and Melvin Gordon at the top of the damn board, and it just ends up with Melvin Gordon. That'll be interesting. I know you right. Make noise now. You damn right. You right. Boy, that'll be hilarious, man. Listen, I know you at work, man. You kind of doing this on the fly, dog. But look, money on the line. Don't risk your life, man. And that's the last bit of advice I'm gonna give you. My goodness, man. Who else is left, man? Let's see. Oh shit. Even though who the said pick? Justice Hill? Yeah, said got Justice Hill. Yeah. It's always fun when you see people like in a draft chat box and in the comment section, whatever. It's always fun when you see people when you see them go when somebody gets drafted and you get to see them cuss that person out because they really wanted that person. Said Ricky just cussed out Said because Ricky wanted Justice Hill. Hey man, Justice Hill is legit. Matt Burita. Sean just drafted Matt Burita. Hey man, whatever you say, bro. Whatever you say, my guy. It is what it is. Let me go to my OBS and mute my microphone real fast. All right, appreciate it. All right, we back, y'all. All right, we back. All right. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens with this pick. I got to pick two people that I like. If I got to pick two people that I like for me to be on the board, Robbie Anderson and Miles Sanders. Those are my two picks. So if Use a Business picks one of them, I'm left over with that. I like Miles Sanders. I like Robbie Anderson. Let's see what you go with. You took Will Fuller. I tell you what, I like Will Fuller, but he's another one of those big game guys. He's another one of those guys that have a big game here, have a small game there. But I promise one thing about Will Fuller. That bastard I forgot what year it was, maybe year before last. He had like 10 catches and like 11 touchdowns or some wild ass stat like that, which was insane. Anyway, I know I said I was looking at Miles Sanders. I'm lying. I'm taking Philip Lindsay. I just kind of bluffed a little bit. I like Philip Lindsay for where we at right now in terms of we're in the 8th round. I'm not taking a quarterback in the 8th round. I like Philip Lindsay. I'm taking a running back now because I feel like we're going to run out of running backs at some point. So when this is done, I'm only going to focus on quarterbacks and receivers or whatever. But Philip Lindsay, if I could take Philip Lindsay and not depend on him, I feel real good about it. If Philip Lindsay can give me a piece of what he did last year, then he's a good guy to have on my bench. However, if Philip Lindsay is a 1 year wonder, I got Zeke and David Montgomery and Alvin Kamara. Say something crazy. Say something crazy. Let me mute my microphone one more time. All right, y'all, we back. I'm phony as shit. All right, y'all, we back. Okay, yeah, man, yeah. Let me go ahead and make this. Let me go ahead and scroll down, dog. Well, let me wait till Darius makes his pick. I'm about to give y'all boys a free pick, man. I'm gonna leave some guys on the board for y'all to get, bro. But I gotta make this move though. This next move, I gotta make it. I'm gonna wait till Darius makes his pick. But this is a very obligatory move in terms of how I'm gonna move forward. So let's see. Let's see what happens here. Let's see who old Darius picks. Darius got Melvin Gordon. All right, cool. Hey, look, I don't hate the pick. Hey, look, I don't hate it. It's pretty funny. But we're at the point, we're in the 9th round to where Darius probably got his first 2 running backs and a flex guy. I probably got to look at it. I don't know. But if something happens and Melvin Gordon ends up playing, then Darius got a stud. If he ends up playing, Darius got a stud. If he gets traded to Miami and they just traded Larry Tunsil, I'm laughing flat out at him. But hey man, it's one of those picks picks that'll probably pay off later. So if you got your equity out of it, whatever. I'm about to go ahead and reach for this pick. And it's a pick that I gotta pick. Because I don't want nothing funky to happen with y'all that's drafting with me. I know it's a lot of Dallas that I'm taking right now. It's not on purpose, but I'm a firm believer in handcuffs. And this handcuff is different because I mean Zeke don't get hurt necessarily. Like I don't see Zeke get hurt, but in case Zeke doesn't play 4 games, I need a backup plan. Or in case Zeke gets in trouble again, which could happen. Or in case Zeke does get hurt, which is very rare. Cool. I got to get my handcuff right now. And it just makes sense for me to get my handcuff right now. And, some people will wait to the 12th and the 13th or whatever. I get it. I just didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to chance it. If you're playing with fantasy football professionals, sure. Go ahead and do your thing. But I'm playing with a bunch of hoodlum rapscallions that's taking Pat Mahomes in the first round. I just don't know. And to be fair, they probably wasn't going to take Tony. But he's my handcuff, and he's my backup plan. He's my security. If Zeke going to be on my team right now and we don't have a guaranteed he's going to play, then I need Zeke insurance. Tony Pollard is my Zeke insurance. Plus, let me cut that off. We drafting right now. Tony Pollard is my Zeke insurance. Plus, he's my 5th running back. You know what I mean? I'm not really relying on him. I got Alvin right now. I got Zeke. I got David Montgomery. I got Phillip Lindsay. That's a cold ass running back group. Hey, y'all, be for real. That's a cold ass running back group. But if anything happens to Zeke, I got a backup plan. If anything happens, so. Plus he catch the football, so that'll even help with PPR stuff. So he's my my low risk, high upside pick. So we'll just cross that road whenever we get there. So now what I need to focus on is I need to get some more wide receivers on my bench. I need to get a quarterback on my team. And I think that run is about to happen real soon. So we'll just see what happens here. Rick said I lost. Come on, Rick. You ain't lose yet, man. You say we ate all the running backs. Sure, yeah, we ate the run. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that happens, man. That happens. It is what it is. But we just gotta move on. Tobias got Marvin Jones. Sure. Okay. I don't think I've liked one of his picks yet. Like Tobias, we like 9 picks in. I don't think I've liked none of his picks. Any of them. But whatever. It is what it is, man. I'm done drafting Cowboys, by the way. I got Zeke and I don't know, man, because Dak might be there. But I got Zeke and I got Tony Pollard for the handcuff. I think that makes sense. And Cooper was just sitting there waiting. And Coop's in a contract year. Let's see what happens. I believe in contract years. Let's see. Eyes under hoodie. He says, "Is this for money?" Absolutely. Absolutely. You already know this for money, man. I don't play a lot of free fantasy football. I'm playing. I have a Patreon league. With my people that are Patreon subs or whatever. That's kind of a free league or whatever. But I don't do too many free leagues, man. I'm an entrepreneur. Man, and I think I got a little bit of savvy in terms of this fantasy football stuff. I think I'm pretty good at it. I tell you what, I watched Space Cowboys fantasy football live draft thing or whatever, and boy, I think I beat the shit out of this team. Boy, I think my team would just beat the shit out of this team, but I don't know, man. One day, maybe next year, not this year. I don't know, it could be this year. I don't know. We'll see. I think we should do like a Dallas Cowboy YouTuber fantasy football thing. I think that'll be fun. Like if me, Law Nation, Foot Sequoia, we get Joe Rod in there, Space Cowboy, so I can kick his ass. Mark Holmes. We could put Michael Anthony in there if both of them play. But Mark old. I don't really know if he play. And I don't know anybody else that's like Cowboy YouTubers or whatever. I would kick all the Cowboy YouTubers' ass in fantasy football. You tell them I said that. You tell them I said that. Tell them I said it. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of mess transpires from there. And you know, I think it'll be a good way to have some fun, man. You know, we can get some good eyes on that, man. It's just which one of these Cowboy YouTubers is the best fantasy football? I think that's some pretty fun content. So yeah, chat box, let me know. And chat box, if that's something that y'all like, you go and hit up your other hit up the Cowboy YouTubers and see what they say. Hit those guys up and see what they say. Let me hit this button so I can see. Shouts out to the Patreon gang too, because that Patreon just hit. I appreciate everybody that supports via Patreon. Everybody that has ever bought any merchandise. Shouts out to affordablesticks.com. They keep some lights on over here. Shouts out to Channels for Cheap via Beast TV. They also keep the lights on over here. Any other sponsors I got? Hey man, just appreciate everybody that can't put money into the product, but they put likes into it. They put views into it because those help out monetarily as well. So I appreciate every kind of help that goes into this channel. And also, in terms of like money or whatever, I appreciate everybody that I'm playing fantasy football with right now. Cause after I kick y'all ass, I'll be taking that prize money. So y'all will be contributing to the channel in that way. Motherfucker. Anyway, Matt Ryan came off the board. Zerline is there. I knew somebody was gonna take a kicker, man. I knew somebody was gonna go kicker early, man. What's going on here? I knew one of them new guys was gonna go get kicker early. Now I like Zerline. The Rams are gonna move the ball. They're going to score points. They're gonna kick a lot of field goals, but my guy, you can't be taking Zerline. You got all these other guys just on the board like this, just sitting on the board, just waiting to be taken, my guy. But hey, man, if you wanted to lock up Zerline, do your thing, bro. I ain't mad at you. I like your Lamar Jackson pick, though. That's a solid pick. I can't hate on you for that. I like the Lamar Jackson pick. I'm kind of mad that I can't get Lamar Jackson now. I'm kind of pissed off at that. But hey, man, shouts out to you. Let's see who's on the board. What quarterback's on the board right now? You know, I tell you what, Tom Brady's on the board, but I'm just afraid of that year Tom's gonna fall off the bridge. I'm so afraid. I'm terrified of Tom Brady pulling the Peyton Manning. Oh boy, I'm Peyton Manning, y'all. Throwing for 5,000 yards and shit, 50 touchdowns, do something. Then the very next year, Peyton can't feel his fingers, you know what I mean? Because he's older and he just can't pull it off no more. And I just don't know if vegan helps Tom that much or keto or whatever the hell Tom Brady's on, but I don't know what's keeping him young. But for the last 3 years, and he keep proving me wrong, and I probably should not bet against the old dude like that, man. But I don't know, you just keep playing, man. You keep playing. Tom Brady's not that good in fantasy. I feel you in terms of as a football player. Tom Brady is a better real life football player than he is a fantasy football player. I can agree there, sure, but you know how that go. I think I'm going to take. Yes, I have an idea of who I'm going to take next. Two guys are in front of me. One guy's on auto draft. Who's the auto draft guy? Miles Sanders? Sure, whatever. Two guys are in front of me. I have an idea of who I'm gonna take next. I'm just gonna sit back and see what's going on. I'm just gonna sit back and see what happens next. But this he hate me guy. Who is he hate me? Let me look at my chat box. He hate me. Is that Tobias or is that BK or is that it ain't Solo. It could be Solo. I don't know. But whoever he hate me is, I don't think I've been liking many. I haven't been liking many of their picks neither. I'm not big there. Chat box telling me to take Vance McDonald. I feel you, but I have there's Mark. Okay, I hate all of Mark's picks. so, so I hate all of Mark picks. So cool. I know Mark ain't gonna take nobody from me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Is he on the board right now? Okay, cool. He's on the board right now. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait this thing out. And Tobias on auto draft took the Bears. I know. Let him fly. I'm about to go ahead and take quarterback though, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get Russell Wilson up out the paint. Appreciate it. But go ahead and get him up out of here. I think at this point, I think I'm in a good enough place where I can take a quarterback at this point in the draft. I got a gang of running backs on my bench. I'm definitely about to load up at receiver because I just think it's the appropriate time to load up at receiver. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get Russell up out the paint, man. And plus, I got a little backup plan. But we'll cross that road in a minute. Y'all hang tight. Man. I got a little backup plan in terms of quarterbacks because I like Russ, but I think Russ is as good as any other quarterback in this caliber. So like Russ and like Jared Goff and like Matt Ryan, Roethlisberger, I think he's as good as those guys. Plus, I like rushing yards. So Miles Sanders is at the top of the board. Philly just committees too much. And I think Miles Sanders is a good running back, but they just committees a little bit too much, man. Who Lamar Jackson? I know fantasy vibes. Lamar Jackson has been taken. Yeah, somebody came and took Lamar Jackson. I forgot who did it. Let me take a sip of Happy Juice. Lamar Jackson's been taken. I would love to go running back right here. Just to load up on running back. But I don't know. We'll see. Well, let me see. Let me see what my bench looks like. I got Calvin Ridley, Phillip Lindsay, Tony Pollard. Yeah, I need to go receiver. What receiver on the board right now? It definitely ain't Corey Davis. I'm not gonna subscribe to that narcotic. No more. I do have an idea though, and it's gonna be a risk oriented idea, but I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to run it for the cardio. I tell you what, Darius, I do like your Curtis Samuel pick because Torrey Smith just got cut, and they need that vertical dude, and it's gonna be a lot of Curtis Samuel and Moore. I forgot Moore's name. DJ Moore. It's gonna be a lot of DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel in that offense. So I do like that pick, Darius. Salute to you. But what you taking so long for? Why are you changing the channel, my friend? Why don't you go ahead and pick Tom Brady. Yep, I knew he was looking at quarterback, man. I thought you was gonna go with Jared Goff, but hey, you surprised me. Hey, man, do your thing. I'm gonna go ahead and get Christian Kirk. I think there's a lot of risk involved with Christian Kirk. People seem to be a little higher on Kyler Murray than I am. I'm not super high on Kyler Murray in that way, but if the shit works out, you know what I mean? If it works out, I'll be in a good place. I'll be fine with putting that guy in if it works out. And I don't really need Christian Kirk, man. Like I got Hopkins and not Hopkins, that's my other league. Pardon me. I got Thielen Cooper and what's up, big boy? I got a cat over there meowing. I got Thielen, Cooper, and Ridley. I think they're going to be my main rotational receiver guys, but I think Christian Kirk does have some upside that I like. Christian Kirk has the upside that I like. So we're just gonna put Christian Kirk on the bench and see what happens. I know a lot of people want to get as many starting potential guys as they can, but I don't really subscribe to that notion because I don't think it's always a bunch of starter level guys. So what I do is once I get a handful of the guys that I know is gonna start, then I get a handful of bench guys that I know can start. I'm getting all upside dudes. That's like my draft strategy in a nutshell, right? So Tony Pollard, sure. I drafted him early, but I don't foresee Tony in a situation where damn, man, I got to choose out of Tony Pollard or Alvin Kamara this week. I don't foresee that being an issue. So he's a high upside pick. Um, Christian Kirk is a high upside pick. You know what I'm saying? I just think David Montgomery going to be a beast. So yeah, from here on out, I'll be looking at wide receivers with high upside. Not nobody to take a receiver spot. So that's just a little bit of strategy for you. I think I'm at the point in this game to where I can pretty much say a piece of my strategy and we'll be okay because the big picks are out the way. And what I expect a lot of people to like. See, we got two people that's on auto draft right now. I love that. I love when they leave early. I like when they get all right, y'all. I got my first my first few lineups and I got my quarterback and my kicker and my defense in the 7th round, and I'll just let the auto draft get the rest. I'm not one of those guys, man. I want all my picks. I want all my picks because everybody I pick, I like them to some degree. I like them at some to some point or whatever. So go ahead with your auto draft. I'll take that. Go ahead and get Miles Sanders with your auto draft so my guys can fall. Let's see. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and do this, man. Let me go ahead and scroll. Jared Goff is there. Phillip Rivers is there. We really ran through these running backs, didn't we? Look at that. My goodness. Holy moly. Hey, man. You could try that. You could try that go wide receiver early mess. It's going to be running backs available later type of deal if you want to. I salute everybody. But, man, every draft I've been in, whether it be a mock or, just anything like that, running backs run out. They run out quick. And you just stuck with a lot of committee guys. So, let me get Corey Davis the hell off my screen because I don't want the damn thing to imply that I want Corey Davis. I'd rather put Dante Moncrief on the screen. I ain't getting him, but I'd rather put Dante Moncrief on the screen. I don't even want no misunderstanding about putting Corey Davis on my team. Let's see. We need receivers. So Sterling Shepard is interesting, but Eli Manning is bad. Dante Pettis is interesting, but I don't know how I feel about Garoppolo yet. I just think we're at that point of the draft, man. Yeah, the guys is the guys is gone. The boys are back in town. Yeah, it's just Let's see who else out here, man. Yeah. How many bench spots I got left? How many? I got 2 bench spots. I must be careful with my next few picks. One spot's gonna be that dude. Another spot is gonna be that dude. Let me Yo, Rick, are you still listening? Let me know if you're still listening. Because when your pick come back around, I'm gonna recommend you get a guy. Because you the homie. And you ain't got no running backs. Do I like Anthony Miller as a high upside Bears guy? A high upside Browns guy. Do I like Anthony Miller? I don't like Dante Pettis, though. I ain't no punk. Let's get Anthony Miller. Let's get him in here. Pick up the phone. Call his people. Tell him he's just been drafted. I'm going to take Anthony Miller, man, just as an upside kind of guy. If I know anything about Mitch, even watching film on him in college, watch film from last year, man, he likes slot receivers. He likes slot receivers. Gonzalez, who is this Gonzalez? Victor. Hey, what up, Vic? He says over James Washington. Yes, I don't like James Washington. I wasn't a James Washington fan in college, and I'm not one in the pros. But I like Anthony Miller. I'm gonna wait till Rick get on the board, and I'm going to give him a suggestion. Cause Rick the homie. Cause I remember. Cause you know what? Every year I give somebody a suggestion. Once a year. It happens. Get Boom. Oh shit. And every year I give somebody a piece of advice. I told Said to get um who was that Kansas City running back I told Said to get? Spencer Ware. Spencer Ware. I told Said to get Spencer Ware, man. And sure enough, Said got him. Spencer Ware went off that year. Hurt my heart. You say he he on the board still. He's on the board still. Oh, okay, you got him in your situation. Okay, so cool. We're on the same page then. All right, Rick, I'm not gonna tell anybody your strategy, but there you go, my guy. That's a good running back pick for you. Now I feel less bad because he was gonna get that guy anyway. There you go. Voch, who'd you select at tight end? I got OJ Howard. And I also got a sleeper guy at tight end that I want to get. I got a sleeper guy at tight end that I'm looking at. But then again, I got a sleeper at wide receiver that I want, but this ain't a two wide receiver. I mean, this ain't a two quarterback league, so I'll just leave that guy out there. I'll leave that guy at quarterback out there. But one of these tight ends will be drafted. We're gonna go ahead and get him. TJ Hockenson, man. Listen, let me tell y'all something about TJ Hockenson, man. Let's just talk about it real quick, bro. If you're banking on TJ Hockenson being your number one tight end, you might be in trouble. OJ Howard is my number one tight end. But we know Matt Stafford's going to throw the ball, and I got so much faith in TJ Hockenson. TJ Hockenson might be a gangster. Darrell Belleville might get TJ Hockenson involved, and TJ Hockenson might be a rising star. Now, if TJ Hockenson is trash, cool. Then I will use that roster spot. I will get some more depth on my team, and I will move on with my life. But oh, goddamn it, if TJ Hockenson is good. Oh, if TJ Hockenson is ready for the funk, then I feel great about having TJ Hockenson on my bench. But that's my entire bench, man. And then I just got to get a kicker and a defense. Let's see who's out there. Let's see who's available. All the kickers out there. So I do feel good about that. Shouts out to these guys shouts out to some of y'all for waiting late to get your kickers. And I see some defenses out there. So, shouts out to y'all getting some defense, for waiting until late to get your defense. We're not just reaching and rushing out there to get kickers and defenses. So I appreciate y'all for that. Let me take a sip of Happy Juice while we see what the hell Said been doing. Let's see what Said about to do. Robbie Gold, I don't hate it. Good pick, Said. There should be a run on kickers right about now. There should be a run. I'm always pro get a kicker first because there's always going to be a you can always stream defenses. Defense they're not always going to be concrete year in and year out. But and Charles took Kareem Hunt. Cool. Do you think, my guy? Go ahead and get Kareem Hunt, my G. I don't hate it. I ain't tripping. Get your guy. Whatever you say, my dude. Charles ain't got a pick I like so far, man. I hate all the Charles picks. Why I hate everybody pick? What's going on, man? What's the deal? What's the deal, man? Whatever. One of my leagues are a 2-quarterback league. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of my 2-quarterback league neither, but I'm trying to win this $1,000. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. But Kareem Hunt, that's a bit rough for me, dog. That's kind of rough. It's gonna be a no for me, bro. Getting Kareem Hunt like that. First of all, he's out for 8 weeks. You kind of taking up a roster spot there. And then when he comes back, he's behind Chubb. So I don't know what the hell he's gonna bring to you, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But I'm pretty impressed with how most of these guys have been drafted. Most of these guys. Mark's picks been kind of making me mad. Mark got the Seahawk defense. All right, Mark, salute to the Seahawks. I want to see what your whole team look like. Um, all right, Mark, I got you, my guy. I see how this gonna be. Mark just want to come in and pay his little deposit and let us win. Okay, I got you, Mark. I understand. I see how this gonna go. Yes, and he just had surgery. He's out for 10 games. 10 games. Yeah, so 10 game suspension and a hernia surgery. So, yeah, man, do what you want to do, man. Do what you want to do, man. Do what you want to do. Who is on the board here? Where I'm at? All right, cool. Boykin was just taken. I mean, I haven't seen anybody take a Ravens receiver in decades, but do you think, player? I ain't mad at you. Who's on the board right now? Is that Gage, the who that guy? Yeah. Who that bound there? Peyton Barber. This is my thing about Peyton Barber, right? And I just been kind of looking at him and going away from him and passing by him. My thing about Peyton Barber, man, is that we know Bruce Arians loved to throw the ball to the running back. So I considered it. I just don't consider Peyton Barber to be one of those guys. But I like Peyton Barber though. I like Peyton Barber. I just don't foresee him being one of those guys. But hey, man, like I said, it's 14th round. You can do what the hell you want. I tell you what, I'd rather take Peyton Barber than Kareem Hunt. If I'm in the pinch, Peyton Barber can at least help me out today. At least. But we'll see. I'm just gonna draft a kicker and a defense at this point, and I'll get the turnaround. So FTW. Forgot who FTW is. Let's see who he's picking. It's crazy. Like, y'all take longer to pick in the back half of this thing. Y'all take longer to pick in the miscellaneous rounds than in the important person round. And I can appreciate that, but whatever. Look at these guys on auto draft. I love it. Let me get the guys I want. I love it. One day they're gonna let Ricky pick, and Rick should get his running back that I pointed out to him. Let's see. Let me look at my chat box, see what's going on in the chat box. Damian Harris. Is that Ricky that took Damian Harris? Oh, okay, that shit cool. All right, Rick take Damian Harris. Charles took Guskowski, the New England kicker. I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at him, but do your thing, player. I ain't mad at you. Got nothing but love for you. Do your thing, boy. Say who you about to pick? You got your defense already. You got your kicker already. You got Robbie Gold, so I ain't concerned with you taking this kicker from me. So who you about to get, Said? I won't tell nobody. What round Josh Jacobs went? I'm not sure. What round Josh Jacobs went. Said with the fantastic pick, Alexander Madison. He's from Boise State, but he's the backup rookie running back in Minnesota. And hey, man, the conversation you got to have with yourself is, hey, how long you think Dalvin Cook gonna last? And if Dalvin Cook don't last, you bound to drizzle on, my dude. Don't. I'll take Crosby for 11. Yeah, give me that. I'll take some Mason Crosby. Come on. If my computer let me draft Mason Crosby, damn. All right. And now it's time to look at defenses, which I normally stream a lot of defenses, but if I feel like I can get a good top-tier defense early, then we'll be good to go here. Patriots defense is good every year, man. Shouts out to them. Eagles special teams could be interesting. Let's see. Houston Texans, who want that defense? Tell you what, man, J.J. Watt gets hurt again, man. You right back to square one, man. You right back at square one. But I'm looking at the Browns defense, man. Like, bro, they got some guys up front that'll really tear some stuff up, man. They got guys up front that'll really, like, I think that that Browns front seven is really gonna be ridiculous, man. It's really gonna be ridiculous. Like they was terrorizing the hell out of Jameis in the what's the face game. So I'm a huge fan of those guys. Plus they got these hoes found a way to get Greedy Williams across from Denzel Ward. That's crazy. That's crazy. Um, Crosby is clutch. Yes, he also plays for the what's the name. I just wanted to just stun a little bit. I know I said I wasn't going Cowboy, but give me that Cowboy defense though, man. Give me that top 5 unit, my guy. What are we doing, my guy? Give me that Cowboy defense. Give me that give me my shit, man. Give my Cowboy defense, man. And I ain't just saying it to be a fan, man. I just really think Cowboy defense gonna bust a lot of ass and get a lot of turnovers this year, man. They may start off slow in terms of. Actually, I take that back. Because even though they got guys hurt, we still play the damn Giants, Dolphins, and Redskins the first 4 games. Then everybody get back. Then everybody come back healthy, and we just go play some more defense. So, I don't know if I'm gonna stick with the Cowboys defense all year, but I do know that first few games versus the Giants, Redskins, and Dolphins, that should be some pretty good money. Cowboys defense also put up some good points versus Drew Brees last year. So even in week 4 versus Saints, I'll take that. Then we play the Giants again. Then we play the Bills. Then we play the Redskins again. So, no, this ain't no Cowboy bias or nothing. But they got a good schedule. They got a great defense. What you want me to say? What you want me to say? All right. So this is my team, y'all. For everybody that's tuned in, you can tell all the Dallas Cowboy YouTubers I'll kick their ass in this if they want a piece. We got Russell Wilson as my quarterback. My first 2 running backs are Alvin Kamara and Ezekiel Elliott. Adam Thielen and Amari Cooper are my wide receivers. OJ Howard is my tight end. David Montgomery is my flex guy that I feel really good about. If I don't like David Montgomery at flex, then we'll see what Philip Lindsay does. I might play matchup with Philip Lindsay and David Montgomery. We'll see what happens. Calvin Ridley, he can be a flex guy. He can, him and Amari Cooper can trade out depending on, matchups and things like that. Tony Pollard is my handcuff. I got him early, but I feel good about having him. Christian Kirk, Anthony Miller, TJ Hockenson are all upside picks. They are all upside picks, and I feel fantastic about my goofy ass team. Let's take a look at these other guys, man. Let's see. Use a business. Let's see. You got Pat Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey. I like that pick. I don't like Marlon Mack though. Antonio Brown. I don't like Sammy Watkins. Zach Ertz. Okay, cool. King and Drake. Solid. Man, I beat the shit out of this dude. Man. Who is this? who is user business? I beat the hell out of that guy. Okay, cool. We got a better view here. Let's take a look at Ricky's team. I wish they'll show us in the opposite view, but they won't show us. So Ricky got Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, Devontae Adams and Jiu-Jitsu Smith at wide receiver, and Keenan Allen. Okay, so he went heavy receiver early. So he got Devontae Adams, Jiu-Jitsu Smith, and Keenan Allen at receiver, George Kittle at tight. That ain't bad, though. You could just kind of make it work as far as running back goes. And James White and Mark Ingram, Latavius Murray, cool. Man, you straight. Shut your ass up, dog. Talking about you gonna lose. Shit, you straight. You went hard at wide receiver. You straight. So let's see. Darius has Matt Ryan at quarterback. I assume Le'Veon and Fournette are going to be his first 2 guys. No. This is for the win. My bad. FTW, whoever that is. Yes. He got Matt Ryan, Le'Veon Bell, Leonard Fournette, Travis Kelce at tight end. I like that. Tyler Lockett at Mike Williams at receiver. Hey man, PPR. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Mike Williams will get some red zone love, and Tyler Lockett will get big play love. But in terms of PPR stuff, hey man, I don't know. We'll see, my guy. We'll see. And Aaron Jones gonna be a flex guy. Hey man, I can't hate on you. Whatever. Let's take a look at Darius here. Sorry ass Darius took Saquon number 1. I think that's the way to go because I ended up with Alvin. So cool. Saquon number 1. He got. So I'm assuming that your first few flex guys are going to be, and that's interesting. He went 4 running backs in a row. He went Barkley, well not in a row, but he went Barkley, Freeman, Carrion, and Sony. That's interesting. Mike Evans is his wide receiver. So who is his second wide receiver? Allen Robinson. Okay, cool. One of these running backs probably be flex guy Hunter Henry. Okay, solid team, but I'll kick your ass though. Who you got playing? Who you got playing quarterback? Tom Brady. Yeah. Okay, cool. And Melvin Gordon on the bench for the upside pick. You better hope, Melvin Gordon. You better hope Melvin Gordon figures this thing out. Let's take a look at Said. Let's see what Said is doing. Said's quarterback is Said got James at quarterback. So yeah, Said really puts a lot of faith in this Bruce Arians, James Winston thing. But cool. So he got he's gonna start running backs Nick Chubb and Dalvin Cook. No, pardon me. His starting quarterback is Deshaun Watson. He got James on the bench just in case James has upside. So yes, my bad. Deshaun Watson at quarterback, Nick Chubb and Dalvin Cook at running back, Beckham and Godwin at receiver. It's a tough team here. It's a tough team. Singletary is the flex guy. Josh Gordon is the upside pick. AJ Green, Justice Hill are the upside picks. Yeah. Can't hate that. Said it's going to be a contender. Can't hate that. Let's see. And my phone is vibrating right now. I'll take a look in a second. So he hate me. Cam Newton is his quarterback. Cool. All right, you say so. Nuke Hopkins and Julian Edelman are his two receivers. I'm assuming Brandon Cooks will probably be a flex guy. His two starting running backs are Damian Wilson and Austin Eckler. Boy, that's funny. But hey, man, do your thing. Matt Breita's going to be coming off the bench with T.Y. Hilton also sitting around on the back. Hey, man, whatever you say, man. Use a business. Pat Mahomes. Yeah, I went over this. Y'all already know Lombardi because Prime going to win this goddamn Super Bowl, boy. Look at my squad. Look at my little squad, boy. Y'all know Lombardi because Prime going to win this goddamn thing this year, boy. Goddamn, boy. Y'all, shit. Come on, man. Let's see. Who that gang? Let's see how many Saints players we can. Who that bounty gang? Quarterback. Drew Brees at quarterback, sure. Todd Gurley and David Johnson at running back. How you pull that off? I don't know. Robert Woods and Jarvis Landry at receiver, sure. Jared Cook at tight end, sure. Derrick Henry's your flex guy. I get it, but I need my running back to catch the passes, man. Just a few. And it's 4-point PPR too, so that shit's gonna add up. Let's see. Emmanuel Sanders on the bench. Fitzgerald shouldn't be there. Ben Roethlisberger, whatever. Saints defense, of course. And we got some more upside picks. All right, cool. He loved the Saints so much, he still got faith in Jimmy Graham. He said, hey, man, ex-Saint. Hey, man, once a Saint, always a Saint, huh? Let's see. I think this BK or Mark, one of the new guys. Who's this quarterback? Got Carson Wentz at quarterback, James Conner and Josh Jacobs at running back. I can't hate it. I'm assuming Duke might be his flex guy. Wide receiver, Tyreek Hill and Cooper Kupp. I really like that, and I hate that he snatched Cooper Kupp from me because I was really going to do the wide receiver rollout, but Lamar Jackson is a backup quarterback just in case he, needs a backup or whatever. I mean, if I ever need a backup quarterback, I'm just going to stream a guy. That's all that is. Roll Tide Tramp Stamp. Let's see how many Alabama players on this thing. Julio up there for one. And let's see. Okay, cool. We ain't got too much Alabama bias up in here. All right, cool. Let's scroll back. Let's see. So you got a quarterback. You got let me see. Baker Mayfield is at the quarterback spot. Joe Mixon and Chris Carson at running back. Okay. Julio and Michael Thomas at receiver, so I'm assuming that makes Stephon Diggs the flex guy. It's pretty fire. I like that so far. LaShawn McCoy is going to be an upside pick for you. Cool. Darrell Henderson definitely has the opportunity to be an upside guy. You got Gurley? You got Gurley? No, you ain't got Gurley, but you do have Darrell Henderson. So if anything happens to Gurley, I like Darrell Henderson there. That's a dope pick. Money Mitch on the bench just in case. Kareem Hunt. I hate Kareem Hunt on the bench, but whatever. And DK Metcalf, I guess that's the upside guy. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. I'm about to look through the chat box, and then I'm gonna look through this other little chat box that I was entertaining, listening to the group with, seeing what they talk about, see how much hateful shit they was talking about. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, shouts out to our sponsors, man. Shouts out to AffordableSix.com. Shouts out to channels for cheap via Beast TV via channelsforcheap.com. Shouts out to the merch gang. That's shop.spreadshirt.com/shop Lombardi. Go get that. Shouts out to all my Patreon people. The Patreon fantasy football draft will be later. I'm doing another one. I think that's in like 3 hours or something. So I'm about to go sit down and watch this Mortal Kombat tournament, then come back and get ready for my second draft. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski. The Peasky Whiskey don't cost you nothing. Peace, man.